Hello and welcome here for the first presentation, the first look of FIFA 18. My name is Olaf Bleich and with me is Sam Rivera. He's the gameplay producer of FIFA 18. Sam, thank you for your time and
thank you.
Good to have you here. So you're actually presenting the brand new FIFA 18, which especially has some great new looks. That's the first thing that I recognize. You have some great new lightning effects and also it's running on 4K, isn't it? So. And we also see, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there is the PS4 Pro seems to have like a very strange new relationship to FIFA. So can you give us a little bit of insight there?
Yes, so what happens is that it's our second year in Frostbite. This engine is super powerful. And now we finally had the time to polish a little bit more of our visuals, the lighting, and a lot of things. And in fact, a lot of people are telling us that the jump in the visuals between FIFA 16 to 17 is not as big as this year. This year you can really see Frostbite shining.
Yeah.
So it's like, whoa, and it just looks very cool when you start playing the intros, the lighting, everything is much better. And that's just because of the power of Frostbite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can also see that in the new animation system there. So you get like new transitions. They're not that hoppy floppy anymore like they were before. So tell us a little bit about what you changed there.
Yes, so this is very, very important. We have a brand new engine, the motion technology system, which allows us to go frame by frame, selecting an animation that matches the pose of the player and where the player wants to go. So for the human eye, this is just like a one fluid motion. You don't really see the transition between different animations when trying to move. So that's very cool. But that's just one of the things that this engine allows us to do. We can also bring our heroes, our players, like to bring them to basically real life pretty much. That we're very close now between virtual and real life, what you see in the game. And with a lot of personality. This engine allows us to have more personality. And with that, I mean, if you look at Ronaldo running, the fact that we're able to mock-up Ronaldo and put his animations in the game and the way they look, it just looks completely like him. Like, you don't even need the rendering of the player. If you just see the animation, somebody running like that, you say that's Ronaldo. Yeah. And we have that in FIFA, and that's huge for us. So this new animation engine allows us to do so many things, personality and in the fluidity of the game, which is how the game looks, the animations looks, the transition, and also in the responsiveness. Because now every single frame, you can change your mind, and the player every frame may readjust to do whatever you are requesting him to do. Okay. So many benefits out of this engine. It's basically a game changer for us. As I mentioned before, and then the presentation is like for the TV industry, going from HD to Ultra HD is the same for us, going from a step-by-step based system into a frame-by-frame based system, which is more definition for us. Yeah.
You said that every character or every player has his own animations. How many different animation sets are there? Because there are hundreds and thousands of players in the game, so not everyone will have his own animations, right?
So yes, you are correct. Although there's 6 archetypes, okay. And then there's like the short, medium, and tall player, and then each one has the skinny, medium, and stocky option. So there's 6 permutations, and we have those in the game. So depending on the characteristics of the player, then he will use certain type of animations. That's just in general thing. That's to give more personality in general, because you are right. Not every player can have its own animations, but we're gonna focus on players as well that have very unique run styles, like Ronaldo. I mentioned we mock-up him, but also we have the tools that allows us to exaggerate other players, like Sterling. The way he runs is a little bit different from everybody else, and you saw that in the videos. Now he runs like Sterling. We are also going to do that for other players. We're going to personalize them for players like Robin, for example, but more like hands, more like down like that. I cannot tell you the exact number because we don't know. We're just going to try to do as many as possible to personalize them. But there's personality all the way down because of the new 6 archetypes that I've been talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You also talked about that Ronaldo will now be a part of the cast of the new Journey mode. I thought that the real players were a nice addition to the story mode, but the journey mode. But I felt that they didn't have that huge of an impact, except for like, oh, cool, he's in there. Will they have like bigger roles in there now? Can you give us a little bit of a scoop there?
So yes, I cannot talk too much about the journey. I'm not allowed, but I can tell you that there's a lot of changes. First of all, people mentioned that they wanted different type of goals in the journey, like shorter term goals. They are there. better that your decisions are more impactful. That's what you're saying, basically. Yeah, I do something, but doesn't really have an impact on my career. Now they are more impactful, what you are doing, and the interaction with the players will be as well better and more impactful. What I'm telling you right now is that you can also play with different characters now. It's not just interacting with them. You can play with different characters. I cannot tell you which characters, but you can do that. And you go to different places in the journey that you didn't go before, different countries, different... It's a very interesting story, actually. I cannot tell you yet what the story is, but it's just more complete experience in the journey.
Okay. How is it working with people like Ronaldo, especially? You're kind of taking them out of the element, you know, they're football players and not like actors. And you're forcing them to be in front of a camera and say something about Alex Hunter or something. How do they fit into this? And were there any funny stories there?
Well, some of them are better actors than what you think.
Better actors than football players? No.
Maybe not, but they are quite good actors.
Okay.
So it's sometimes a challenge. Yes, we need to go, and they need to do something they're not used to do. But I think it's all about the attitude here. In fact, when we went to Madrid to motion capture Ronaldo, we were very impressed with the way he was doing everything. He was so eager to do stuff and to show and to act. And when we were motion capturing his movement, he was putting 100% effort on the runs and the turns and everything. And he was doing the same for the acting and everything like that. So we were just like, wow, this is awesome. We need to put this in the game right away. So yeah, it's sometimes takes some iterations. Let's try again. Can you say this in a different way? Yeah. But it's a fun experience. At the end, everything ends up working out in the way we wanted. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get a little bit more to the core of the gameplay itself. You mentioned that you talked a lot about the offense today. What you've changed? You changed the crossings, the passings, and but you didn't tell too much about the defending. And I felt that the game's way more physical than it was before, so bigger players have it easier to just push small players out of the way. What else is new when it comes to defending?
We actually have some defending features, for sure. Every year we do. So the first one you mentioned, the physicality, that for sure, if you're strong, that matters. But we also have the new hard tackles. I didn't have time to talk about them before, but basically what happens is you need to power up. Right now you just tap the tackle button, you get a tackle. Now if you power up, you will get a new type of tackle, which is halfway between stand, a slide tackle, and it's just to the ball. Sometimes if there's a leg on the way, doesn't matter, just to the ball. That's one of the new things that we have in defending. We also improved the way we do secondary contain. So secondary contain, it used to just go to a target position goal side from the dribbler. And now it can actually cut passing lanes a little bit better. And so then it allows you to go and mark another players, and then your secondary guy as well. He can do the same, so both guys can be trying to cutting the passing lanes. There's also personality. This is big actually. So for dribbling, what we're doing is we are depending on the player attribute for dribbling. If it's a very good dribbler like Messi, you can see that a lot of the times defenders, they tackle him, but they miss. Defenders think they're gonna get the ball, but they miss because Messi is so fast at getting a touch just before the tackle. So what we're doing is that we are scaling our animation. So if you're Messi, then your dribble touch will be a little bit faster than if you're a slower player, because that's what happened in real life. So for defending, we're doing the same. If you have a very good tackling attribute, you will see a difference when tackling. Your player will be more successful when tackling. So personality matters. And so these are already three things. And also, just the balancing of the game is important. And with the balancing, I mean two things. One is locomotion, the responsiveness that our new animation engine is giving us. It's better because now you can turn faster, you can decide, so that responsiveness helps you defend. And finally, just balancing the game as a whole, we do it, we measure the amount of successful tackles per game, of the amount of goals per game, pass completion rate, and all those type of things, and we try to balance the game in general. So there's a lot of components that go in there to have a good defending side of things. The build you're playing is obviously is work in progress. We are still working on defending. In fact, the change for the personality in the defender, so the faster he can get to the ball, that's not in here yet. We are working on that right now back in Vancouver, and we are going to put it in the build very soon. But this is unfortunately not here yet because this is a work in progress. But it will have a big impact for sure.
Okay. You also put a little bit more emphasis on the playthroughs, so that you could play like really more on the sidelines and can play a little bit more variety than before. How difficult is it to let's say balance the AI of the defense with the new possibilities you've got in the offense? Because I always think that when you strengthen one thing, you also have to strengthen another thing.
So, okay, so this is a good question. The entire positioning system is new, basically. There's new a new layer of intelligence.
Okay.
And the space gives you now the chance to read the play better. What professionals do in real life, they are always reading, knowing when to intercept, when to hold back. You need to do that now in FIFA because of the space. Now the game, it's the way the game is balanced right now. The defensive system is actually quite strong. In fact, I just had in a different interview somebody telling me, hey, in the previous FIFAs the defensive system was very strong. In fact, professional FIFA players, they are letting the AI play for them, and they just do the containing or something like that. So the game, the way it's balanced right now is quite equal, defending and attacking. But the fact that now you can read better allows you to, doesn't matter if you're defending or attacking, the fact that you can read, okay, I can go and block that passing lane, I can go and try to intercept this pass, and that's something that you couldn't do before. So this change affects both defending and attacking, and that's what we wanted. So you read the game regardless what side you are on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be a fun experience. Let's say it feels very different from last year, which is a good thing, I guess. My question is always, can I knock down the goalkeeper like in back in France '98?
That's a good one. We were actually working on some animations and some systems for the physics collisions. So you can, if you collide with the goalkeeper, you will see a reaction and something will happen. However, that is kind of not our super high priority thing to implement. So if time allows it, we will probably do something there. You cannot just go and knock them out. That's not gonna happen. But if accidentally you have a collision, you will see something new. Again, that's not super high priority for us, so it's still not confirmed that it will happen.
You know, I've been asking. I'm in the games industry since 2000, and every year I have interviews for FIFA, and every year I'm like, oh, come on, bring it back, and nobody's listening to me. And of course, the most serious question everyone's asking about is there momentum in FIFA?
Okay, that's another good question. No. I've been giving the same answer for a couple of years now. There's absolutely no momentum. Why would we put momentum in the guy? There's no, like, for us, there's no inspiration of, okay, let's help the guys with a low attribute. No, not at all. Okay. So if you analyze real football, there's comebacks in the last minute. If it happens in FIFA, it happens, and there's also the user the composure. Sometimes if you're last minute, you get nervous. Oh, I'm about to win the game, and then you get nervous, and your reaction times are not the same when you're nervous. So a lot of factors going there, and there's absolutely no way. We don't have a reason to do that, basically. Yeah.
Okay. And for the first time, you will be having legends on every platform. How does this come from, or where does this come from, and how does this influence the game itself?
Well, we know they are just very important, and the legends were very important in Xbox. So now they are being called icons, and it was just not the ideal for us to only restrict them to one console, right? So we had to work out with the different partners to make sure we could basically support them in every type of console. It's a very big thing for us, and gameplay-wise, just playing with them, if you have them, they are very, very good. You want them in your FUT team. So now, why not? You can also do it in PS4 and PC. So both of them. Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Game will be out when?
September 29th.
All right. On all platforms. Sounds good to me. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
And I'm going to go play like 1 or 2 rounds. And
and I'm going to give you a recommendation.
Oh, wow.
Try the new dribbling. It's just amazing. It's very, very fun. My recommendation is try to pass the ball to a good dribbler. In this case, I don't know, maybe pick Chelsea and pass to Hazard.
Yeah.
Oh. And then you're gonna enjoy, and then just go jog. Just change your left stick, and then the directions. Change your mind all the time, just to test it, and then do some sprinting, and then see the difference, and then try to use it against a defender. It's just so fun. And
it's fun for me, and my colleagues will hate me.
It depends. If you're Hazard, maybe they will hate you, but it doesn't work for every player. Not every player can do it, so there's personality in here. And defenders may hate Hazard, right? Because he's so good, they cannot get the ball. So they're like, it's a very authentic experience.
Yeah. All right, I will try this. Thank you for your time again, and you guys check out our YouTube channel for next time. See ya.